guys, Deathscyp here from YCG, your casual gamer, and welcome to part 2 of the stamina system. We're going to be doing the stamina logic right now, and inside the first person character, the first thing we're going to take care of is the isRunning variable over here. We're going to be able to delete it over here because I found a way to make a more simple program out of it. And now let's do the sprint mechanic. So over here, so far when you press the button you run, when you release it you walk. Now we need to add a condition over here, and it's that condition we have is can character run. So if I control drag this over here and I branch it, we're going to connect this to the press. So if it's true that the character can run, we're going to connect it to the sprint, and if it's false, you guessed it, we're going to put it to the max walk speed to walk. Which means when you run out of stamina, we're going to switch this to off, which is starts at off, and then the character can't run anymore. Now let's do the logic. So the event tick over here is going to take care of this over here, but you don't have to worry about this. This is my elf system that I created in another episode. If you're interested in, go check the video about it. But we're not going to use this over here, so just to push it aside, we're going to do a sequencer. Because the sequence can call many functions at the same time, and you want it to keep a tab on your life at the same time as your stamina in our case. So compile and save, and now it's time to make our logic. So I like to make my programs with questions because it's pretty much how you build it. So the first thing you're going to look is, so the event tick fires every 0.001 second. It's really fast. So the first thing you're going to look is the character moving? So we're going to get velocity, and the target is going to be self, it's going to be us, and we're going to get is length. So just write length over here, vector length, and we're going to equal it to 0. And if you don't do that, when you're going to press shift, it's going to make the character lose stamina without moving. But this is always going to look, the first thing is the character moving? If not, nothing happens. So now the first thing we're going to do, so if it's not moving, we're going to have the regeneration over here, and if it's false, then we're going to have the degradation when your character is running. So let's start with the degradation first. So if he's not running, we're going to get character movement and get max walk speed, and we're gonna get our sprint speed too, and we're gonna make sure to check if it's equal to each other, because if your character is just walking around, the stamina shouldn't be going down. So we want to check if the character is actually running. So that means if shift is involved. So branch this like that. And then if it's true, then we're going to lose some stamina. So we're going to get the current stamina minus float by float minus 1. I choose 1. You can choose a value you want from here and clamp the value, because you want to make sure that it stays between your max and your lowest, because you don't want it to go -1. So leave it to 0, and the max, we're going to connect it with the max stamina over here. And then we're going to update the current stamina after this, like this over here, and connect it true to this value. So that means that every, oh, I forgot something. Because right now, if I press shift and run, it's going to go down so fast because the event tick is firing so fast that you're going to lose your stamina in a glimpse of an eye. So you need to add a delay over here. And this is going to be what you're going to be playing with when you want your stamina per se goes down less fast. You can choose the value over here. I choose 0.08. I find it's a pretty fair value of how fast it's going to go down. You're going to see when we test it out later. So now that we have our stamina logic for the degradation, we need to update our progress bar. which is not there yet, and we have a stamina percentage that we hooked up in the last episode over here, the variable. So now we need to go get this. So since we did the UI reference over here, we're gonna go and get the UI reference and set stamina percentage. And now we're going to have a little math that we always use for progress bar, is we're going to get the current stamina and divide it by the max stamina over here. And the reason we do that is because after we get that, connected here and connect these together. And the reason we do that is because if you look inside the user interface, the designer tool, the percentage over here is always between 0 and 1, the value. So if you want to make sure that you get the correct amount, because right now we're on 100, well, you need to divide it by 100. So let's say I got 80 stamina and I divide it by 100, I'm going to get 0.8, which is going to be my stamina bar at 80%. Alright, so now everything should work over here. The only thing missing is that we need to update the value over here, because if it's true that we're not moving, we want to set our current stamina percentage, and this should work over here. The next thing we're going to do is get current stamina, and we have to check if there's no more. What happens if it equals to 0? So now we're going to get this over here like that. So if the stamina reaches 0, we need to set the can run to off, which means the character can't run anymore, and grab the character movement, get character movement, and change the walk speed, set max walk speed to our walk speed, like that. And then you guess it, if Control C, Control V, if the character, if it's false that you're at 0, then your character can run. So that sets all the condition. So now let's compile everything and let's try it out, see what it does. So right now our stamina should be able to go down, but we wouldn't have any sort of regeneration rate yet. So play, I walk around, you see my stamina bars there, and when I press shift I start running around, and when it reaches 0 I cannot run anymore. Even if I press the button, I am stuck walking. So now let's add a regen rate. So that means now we're going to get the current stamina, Control C, Control V, and we're going to do plus 1 and clamp it again, which the maximum should be the 100, the max stamina, because you don't want it to go over that value either. And now I'm doing this up here, but you could do it just down here too. But just to keep my program clean, I'm going to keep it on the top over here. And now you want to set current stamina again to that new value. And now we need a delay again, or else it's going to replenish so fast. You'll never understand how you lose stamina. So 0.12, that should work. And just connect this like this. And I'm sorry, I don't like this like this. I'm just going to bring this here just to keep it cleaner. Maybe bring it higher, and then I can bring this lower. And now you just need to update the value over here, and everything should work nice and dandy. You have yourself a stamina system. And compile and save. Let's go test it out. Now if I press, my stamina goes down, I stop moving, the stamina regenerates. If I start moving again, it stops. There you go, it goes back up. So there you go, guys, you have yourself a stamina system. Now you can see you could easily add a stamina regen rate for when your character is walking inside. I could leave that to your imagination because I figured that if I showed you a way to regenerate and a way to uh, degrade it, you could fill up the gaps. But here you go, that's a basic stamina system with a stamina logic. Hope you enjoyed this. In the next episode, we're going to be getting inside our interaction with our little console over here and the one on top to finally open the next door to the next area of the stage. So stay tuned and have a good day.